What? Did somebody say something? Sorry, I thought I heard. My bad.
I didn't say anything.
Nope. Let's not say anything because
messing around with my life.
just thought I heard somebody say something. I wanted to be sure. My bad. This way,
we gotta redo this video. That's my old logo.
Hey, go ahead. Somebody do it.
Oh, I'll do it.
Hire somebody.
No,
bring somebody in for some.
Are we live?
We
Was
are
that the
live. We are live. This is it.
We are live.
And just so you know,
I'm alive.
Just so you know, we're not drawing any conclusions on this show. This is not one of those shows where we talk about stuff in a meaningful way, although maybe accidentally. It's not intentional that we will do any analysis or commentary of any kind. We're just shooting the shit.
Resist, sure. Yeah. Okay, we're just shoot. That's right. This is the night of shooting the shit. And let me say hi to Hyper Furiosa is with us. Piper.
You always call people out in the chat that I don't see. Oh, Piper Furiosa.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, she's awesome. The bomb.
The bomb. Well, let me just quickly put it this way. Totally acceptable. Absolutely. Really, we will miss him. We wish him the best. He will be back shortly. Do not worry about that. Jake is doing fine.
I love Jake.
I know. Okay.
Said right over Sandy's head. Just totally doesn't remember last week. Were you here last week, Sandy? You were.
No, I was sick.
Oh, you
and
missed
guess what?
it.
I didn't even turn it on because I was so sick.
That's a good decision. That's probably how you got better so quickly.
No, because I was so sick that I couldn't sleep. I hurt so much. I did a live stream at 3 a.m. 3:15. I got live. I went live, and all kinds of people joined me, and I didn't realize how many sick people there are, and I mean physically sick.
He hosts
and now I'm
Left
thinking,
Past 10, which is another really fun one. Have you been on Left Past 10?
Yeah,
that
one's
fun. Yeah, me too. That's a really fun show. I love Matt.
Aw.
That's why Andrea said, I love Jake.
So forced. It's so forced. Like Mike is like, oh man, I have to be nice to him because
I was right off camera like this.
Matt.
Yeah, it's terrible, man.
Say it.
Terrible.
Say you love me.
But meanwhile, Sandy, you woke up dead the other day, and then you did a ritual to bring yourself back to life with the Ito Tensei.
I came in here and said, well, I'm getting live and I'm just going to see who joins me so I can whine about how I'm going to die. And a lot of other people joined me and were like, holy cool. It was all over the world.
Holy cool? That's what they said?
Holy
cool.
I'm fucking saying. Okay.
Wow. That is an awesome expression.
No, that's
Holy
great. That's great.
Well, we have a new pope. Holy cool. All right.
Oof, okay.
Yeah, you really did miss last week. That's fucking old news.
It's old. I know it's old news. Listen, I'm old news.
That's not true. I think that saying you love somebody is totally fine. I mean,
yeah, but like Mike on that clip definitely looked like, he definitely is just saying it just to say it,
If he was paid to say it, he would have been a lot more enthusiastic.
If he was paid,
but that's the thing, he's not paid to say it. He just feels obligated because he knows that this is such a pathetic show that he's got to give out some crumbs.
First of all, why was it even brought up on that?
It was Jeff
People talk about me a lot.
It was top 10 worst shows in left media, and then Letterhack's name came up, which is obviously. And then they're like, oh, what's that show he does? But they could only remember the one that I'm involved with, of course, and Sandy and Jake. Letterhack here.
This is great. That's how I started the show last week without telling anybody. I just played that clip and then played the intro.
I never even watched shit. Usually, I go in and watch the rest of it if I leave early, but I was sick. I mean, and then I didn't die yet.
You
Hold
woke
on.
up alive.
Yes. And who was with me that's
Wait,
in my
what? What
who's
live
in me
stream
that's
did
in the
they?
ch- They joined me at 3:30 in the morning. I said, I'm sick. I feel horrible. I feel like I'm gonna die. I'm gonna go in my office, which I don't do this very often. And I just went live and all kinds of
Just
people in
fired up the webcam. Just fired
Yeah,
it up.
I
I
fired
went
up.
live at 3:30 a.m. once. It was scary. No one showed up.
No, everybody showed up.
Yeah,
Right,
no one showed
35
up for me when I went live at
people.
3:30.
35 sick people. And Bob
They're all
Carmody.
sick. And
Bob
are they
Carmody
dying or just sick?
No, we all have illness. Bob Carmody came on live with me, and Nadia came in from Germany on the screen, and it was really awesome. And I felt a lot better. And I sat there for 2 hours. I couldn't believe it. And I felt better. Not that I got all better, but I felt better, and it was good. Hi, Pinkerbell.
That's interesting. That it's Matt and Ben Dixon. What do you got going on with Ben Dixon? And why didn't you call me? What the fuck?
Ooh.
We're pals.
Yeah, what the hell? You're doing some secret fucking thing without me?
Is it a revival?
Yeah, we've got a tent and some tambourines.
Yeah.
And,
And we're all in it.
it's
Oh shit.
anyway,
Yeah.
people
only
know
got
about this show.
12
It's a thing.
people
They
watching
know
the
about it.
show.
That's not necessarily a good thing, but they
No,
do
and
know about it.
Yeah,
They've
and I've
heard of
only
it.
got 13 people
What is
watching
that
on
show?
my
Oh,
channel.
Left Past 10, the one that goes on at
Oh, God,
11:14 p.m. past
You've
everyone's
got
bedtime.
35, and
I'm
I've
trying
got
to have a normal sleep schedule, waking up fucking 6 a.m. every day, but nope, can't do it on
6
Wednesday.
a.m. I think that's how Bill Maher died. He woke up at 6 a.m. and
Did he really? Is that
guess
how they
what?
got him?
My channel has 972 moderators.
Mm. Yeah, that's
So
cool.
in terms of hitting 1,000,
Well, how many are you
very
allowed?
close.
I mean, is YouTube got a you don't know, you're just gonna wing it and see what happens.
Apparently, there's no fucking limit. I don't.
Wow.
Maybe we can't do 1,001. I don't know, but
You're
like,
the only one on the planet that's ever done this.
why are they
YouTube-
not? Why are you allowed to do that? It's so weird, right? I
don't
guess they just thought no one would do that.
No one
would
is
have more than
fucking pathetic. No, I'm
know.
just
I'm
kidding.
making
They'd say,
a
how many
goal.
subscribers does he have? Surely he has one mod.
I'm making a goal. I want 10 super chats, and I want everybody to give me $50.
Yes,
No
do
shit.
it. Everyone gives Sandy $50.
Yeah.
She's in debt. She didn't want anyone to know this, but she's in debt.
It's true. That's not bullshit.
That's why I'm saying it. And so if you give her, in fact, what do you have like Cash App or PayPal? Cut out the middleman. YouTube doesn't need 30%. Every $50, like YouTube's taking $13 out of $50. That's a lot.
I know. I will say one thing about the Buy Me a Coffee. They are so screwed up with that Stripe system that they use for money. They don't send you a 1099 or anything. You have to just guess or have your own spreadsheet. So stupid.
Nice.
Not that I mean, really, honestly, this is not a supporting thing. I pay for my internet and maybe now Ecamm, I'm not complaining because nobody has any money. So it's not like we're all rolling in dough.
Everyone gives Sandy all of your money.
This is a gig economy. And really,
And this is a gig.
Right, but we give super chats to other people. They give super chats to us. We have
And YouTube
memberships
takes
in
a
other
cut every
channels.
time. So just don't ever give a super chat. You do Ko-fi, do fucking Cash App, PayPal, Patreon.
Buy me a
YouTube
coffee,
is the
thanks.
worst. Honestly, let's be real. You're giving money to YouTube just so you can get your name in the screen with bright, like flashing colors. What is that
but
really
they
worth
make it-
giving
they
Google
send-
money?
but they send you a 1099 and make it easy, not like stupid Stripe.
Just in case you forgot who we were, I am Andrea, as you can see by the text on the screen.
I am
This
Sandra.
is
Hi, I'm the
Letterhack.
Letterhack.
Yeah, that's him.
Hi, I
He's
am
actually,
Sandra.
believe it or not, this is a Letterhack controlled show.
Oh yes.
So
yes.
we got Sandy up here. She
Oh,
runs the
yes.
Environmental Coffee House show. In the morning. I guess you run it in the morning. Well, I mean, it's a coffee house, so you should run it.
Drink
Everyone's
coffee at
I'm,
night. You're gonna be up.
actually,
You're gonna be up.
I'm thinking of changing a couple of shows to 3 Eastern in the afternoon. I don't know. I'm messing around.
That's a good time. 3.
I'm not sure. Well, because Nicole Sandler may be changing her time. I don't know. I shouldn't say this because that's up to her. But if she does, I might go right after her. I don't know. Because I have so much to do outside, the gardening stuff, but that doesn't take the whole day. It's too
Yeah,
hard.
you can get someone else to do it. Then you have that friend that you brought into the show that you met at a protest. Have her do it.
She's in here.
Yeah, have her do the gardening.
No, she's got a life. Chanel.
Just say say, hey, we'll invite you on Left Past 10. Go do Sandy's gardening. We'll bring you on the show. Kickstart your podcast.
My garden is all ready. It's just getting on my, getting the seeds out there.
That's why they call it gardening.
We have had.
It's always doing it.
That's right, Chanel. And we have had the shittiest weather, and then I got sick. So it's like, but we had a frost the other night, so I'm glad I didn't have anything out there because I already had to go out and.
It's frosting in May. What the hell?
Yeah.
What is shitty weather? Define shitty weather.
49 Fahrenheit and rainy and crappy.
Fine Irish weather, in other words.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
That's not really Irish.
Piper knows about that. But I was out there with my step stool at putting the covers on my fruit trees, which have now grown to be like 6 to 8 feet tall.
What kind of fruit trees? What kind of fruit?
Peaches, pears, and apples.
Any lemons?
No.
I like lemons.
No lemons. No lemons.
Peaches are nice.
Yeah.
I like peaches green, like not ripe, like apple.
Yeah, but
green.
I've never gotten fruit yet. They're babies. They're 3 years old. So by the time I sell the house or die, there'll be some fruit.
Oh man, fucking Looney Tunes just is blowing my mind. A beer tree? Yes, please.
Beer tree.
Oh my god, would that be great? Just walk out there. Hey, Matt's over at the beer tree.
Is that how it's similar to how they get maple syrup?
How about a gummy tree?
There was a video.
Isn't that how they get rubber from a tree?
There's an old video. I wonder if we can find this. How do you spell Serengeti?
I'm getting mad. Everybody's at your.
How do you spell spaghetti? I think that's a racial slur.
Spell what? Spaghetti?
Yeah, spaghetti.
SPAGHETTI. Isn't there an H in there somewhere?
Wow,
there's an H. Yeah,
I found.
Well, sometimes.
What? Ooh.
I just found a fucking video that I saw. I'm pretty sure in high school of animals in Africa getting drunk off a tree with rotted fruit. So they know the fruit has turned to alcohol. They know it.
Right.
All kinds of animals go over there and eat it, just get like obliterated. I wonder if we can show this. I don't know if we can show this.
You're gonna look for that? That's cute. Somebody in the chat just was putting up. They had someone poach a red-tailed hawk in front of their home a few weeks ago. We chased them off and rescued the hawk, but it died. That's really sad. But thank you for rescuing it, Onion Canyon Farm.
Hawks?
Because people are disgusting. They fucking do all that shit.
I hate human beings.
So do I.
Humans, let's be real, terrible.
I hate
F
right
tier.
now. I really hate MAGA human beings right now. I mean, I'm like in a hate mode.
Yeah, you want to talk about MAGA voters, MAGA people?
No, I want to talk about morons. Well,
you want to talk about morons? You're striving to do so.
I watched Josh Hawley or whatever from Missouri begging for help, and for St. Louis and shit. I'm like, okay, he's gonna FAFO. And I think I heard or I saw this video that.
Did you tell us what FAFO stands for?
Oh, fuck around and find out. You know it damn well, Andrea.
Okay, wow.
Yes, Looney.
Got a mouth on this one. Wow.
This week I have a mouth. Ooh. Well, not last night. Not on my show last night because that was a professional kind of show. Better, not like this. Not left past 10.
This is not a professional show.
No.
No, not at all.
I'm not even paying attention.
What are you doing?
Yeah, this guy's having like
Homework?
a private conversation over here.
I just
like,
put a video in my
Homework?
chat of the video I was talking about with the drunk
why don't you
animals
just
at
put it
the
on screen?
marula tree
Yeah,
Mm,
Marula. That's a good one.
in Kavango Basin, Namibia.
See where-
Namibia.
Namibia. I see it. Oh, how
And
cute.
these, like the
Oh,
elephants, like
they're
headbutt
Oh,
the
yeah.
tree until the fruit falls
Crazy.
out, and then they all
Oh
get
my God.
fucked up, and they
Mm.
start
That's
walking
hilarious.
around like, what?
And we're not playing that clip on the show
They're
for some
smart.
reason.
They're
Well,
they're smart.
I get strikes like every other, not strike.
You know
yeah, I
what?
guess copyright
Do you
strikes
have
every
another?
other-
Do you have a testing YouTube channel? Because when I make clips, I just upload it to the other channel, and if it's fine, then I use it on my show.
It's not bad. That's not bad.
It works, and then I don't get anything because if it's got a
too
copyright, I
much
won't,
effort.
won't play it.
It's a lot of
No,
effort.
yeah, but
that's
you
the thing.
do
This
a
is
lot
what
more
you can
shows
expect
than
on
I do.
Environmental Coffee House. She puts a lot of effort into her show. Go subscribe, everybody.
No, I don't do a daily show like
No, she doesn't put
Matt
that much
does.
effort. Let's not go crazy here. But she puts a lot of effort. A lot
Well,
more effort than
probably-
I do. I don't put any effort into my shows.
well, you do it because you put the effort in your games. Because
Yeah,
you're a creator.
not really.
Not
Yeah, barely.
anymore. Get out of here.
I put out shit.
Are you
Put
that
out
good?
garbage.
You're that good
Put out
now?
fucking cripe.
By the way, your hair looks nice, Andrea.
It looks like shit.
Thank
I haven't
you.
brushed it in days.
No. Well, whatever. For some reason, I'm looking. It looks nice.
Letterhack's hair is about to get as long as mine.
You're gonna wear a
My,
ponytail, Matt. You gonna
no.
put a pony in?
Hmm.
Oh God, don't do a man bun.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
Grow it out and wear a pony. Look like a ponytail. Look
like
a
I'm going to
bi-
a sock hop.
no.
Yep,
Look like a
that's right.
biker. No.
So the
Yes.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
He's fantasizing about that ponytail.
No, I'm not.
No. Wow.
I was just gonna say. I was just gonna totally change the subject. Oh well, doesn't matter. Today I picked up my headphones and like the inside, the pad on the inside, it's like shredded. Like it's been happening for a while. I never noticed. Like for a second, I was like, was something eating my headphones down here, like a mouse or something? Like I didn't know what was
Did you
happening.
give us a close-up view? Put it up to the webcam.
So I went to.
Can you
Wow.
are your ears like sandpaper?
Wow. Do you have any piercings? Is anything rubbing on
Well,
there?
sometimes I wear a ball cap, but so
Ball cap?
anyway,
Really? Wow.
I was like, well, I could just order a new pair, and then I was looking at the
Of
new
covers.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I was looking at the headphones and I was like, yeah, $110, $109. I was like, let me just look around the internet. So I just typed it in and right away the ear pad cover came up. And I was like,
Yeah. What kind of
Boom.
headset is yours?
it's like less than $30. Sure.
Mine are skull candy.
So that's
I
the
love them.
type of how long
Damn it.
did you get those short headphones? Like what, 2 years ago, and they're already falling apart? 3 years ago? I've had these headphones, these that I have right here. I've had these since 2017. And
Yeah, me too with
check it
these.
out. Look at this.
To be fair,
Mine are
these
fine
weren't
too.
advertised as leather at all.
I spent like less than $100, like probably 80,
Mm.
$90 on this. Totally fine, no
That's
problems.
good.
But
And
when
what
you buy
kind are
that, what is that?
yours?
That Shore bullfuck? I don't
What
know.
you-
It's like
what are yours?
Sennheiser.
Well, I'm just gonna have the pads on
I love
hand. I'm not
Bryce.
gonna replace them right away. The sound isn't. They work fine. I'm just
Actually,
gonna
no, I
keep
think
them till they.
I got these like
fall
2
apart.
years ago now.
I've got like
Well,
3
smart.
pairs of these skull candies. I love them. I've got the gardening pair, and then I have white ones and black ones. Not that I needed 3 pairs. That's kind of crazy.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see everyone getting really
Hi, Barry.
upset with like Francesca Fiorentini and other people for being
Always.
like
Often very upset.
being like Joe Biden, I don't care if he has cancer. It's what he deserves.
I
for
can't
what he
wait.
did to
Yeah, no, this is great.
Palestinians, and everyone got really mad.
No,
like,
I'm
That's
not
fucked
getting
up.
involved in that.
I personally, I
bullshit.
love when presidents suffer horrible, like ex-presidents.
I was
like
just
Democrats.
thinking-
I love Republicans. When I love Republicans, they're gonna live forever. But when demon rats, when they get sick, man, that's awesome.
I was just thinking about how when I was, just processing in my own personal way with some humor about
That fucking guy rat fucked us.
colonoscopy
They knew they
exam.
had prostate cancer in 2020, and they still
Oh,
did
wait
all
a
that
minute.
bullshit.
Wait, I have to tell you something. I watched a video with that guy, that right-wing guy, Dilbert, that does the Dilbert cartoon.
Yeah, he's gonna die too.
Yes, he's
Nice.
He's
2 for
got
1.
prostate cancer, and he said it could be that they really did not know that
Nah, he's full of
that
shit.
it happened.
He's full of cancer. Is what
Well,
he is.
you know
I was
what?
gonna say,
My opinion is I don't really give a flying fuck because all of this is a distraction. He's not the president anymore, and we have a lot going on now, and who cares?
Yeah,
the sooner
I
Joe
was
Biden
ju-
kicks the bucket, the better. Fuck that guy.
but
fuck
look,
everyone who
I
likes
wasn't
him. They're
trying
all
to
dumb.
talk
I'm not
about
gonna
that.
be-
I was trying to talk about how people are getting mad at people because
Oh,
They're a
see what
bunch of
I'm
fucking
saying?
losers
Like, I was
who are
trying to
nothing
find a
about-
nuanced
Yeah.
angle to the topic.
Ex-
I don't really care who has cancer or not.
right. For expressing their opinion, you're
care.
saying people are getting angry for.
Well, I was just saying, look at the way when I talked about colonoscopies, people got butt hurt. But then in this case, people are freaking out over.
It's not bad. That's not bad.
That was good. That was
Couldn't
really
even
good.
finish your sentence though, so that's, I'm gonna give a C+. Maybe I'll give you a B.
That
for
was
something.
that was really good, man. I see. This is why I love being here because I love to laugh with my buddies.
No, I really was trying to have a nuanced conversation.
Yeah, man. I'm just trying to have like a
Psych.
nuanced conversation. I'm
everybody
just
gets
trying to,
it.
like,
Try to come at it
everybody
from an
gets
just, like, I'm
angle.
trying to find like a
Of
unique
course,
Let's
take.
drill
Exactly.
down.
Yeah, let's drill down. Let's really get into the
let's
meat of this
Drill
one,
down
man.
on the spreadsheet. God,
Spreadsheet. What was that?
the spreadsheet.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're drilling down.
I know.
You're getting down to the tiny numbers on the spreadsheet.
I had a friend in high school that was, I think maybe it was right after high school, but he was like, doesn't butthurt like refer to like some kind of rape? And I was like, no, I think it refers to
my
like being
God.
spanked. Like, where are you coming from, dude? Like relax. I think it means
hurt.
you've been
Spanked.
like spanked, like it's
And you're sad.
corporal
Right.
punishment or whatever. Like,
Right.
relax.
You're feeling like you were.
Like he went
butt hurt.
someplace dark. Like
Very
we're all
dark.
going around referring to something horrible, and
Very
it was
dark.
just like a spanking. Like
Mhm.
it's like something you shouldn't be
think-
upset about. It's not that big of a
Right.
deal, and he made it
I feel like that is
a
he's
big
trying
deal.
to. He's probably trying to talk about something that happened to him in his personal
Oh, I
life.
should have
Oh,
engaged. Well, I
maybe.
still
And
know
you
him. I
totally
could
just
call him
blew him
now.
off. You
I could
totally
call him
Yeah,
now and go, remember that
no,
time
no.
45?
Yeah, he totally
you-
just
Yeah.
laughed in his face,
Don't
like,
do
"Oh,
that.
what are you fucking stupid?" He probably went home and cut himself that night. He's probably thinking, like,
No,
my
he did.
uncle's.
I could call him. I could say, hey, remember 35 years
Call him right
ago
now. Do it
when
right now.
you said this thing? And
Do it.
he'd be like, dude, what? I go,
Do it.
okay.
Call him
that's
right
what I
now.
thought."
Do it.
Yeah, do it.
Come on, Sandy,
I'm-
back me up. Do it.
You could
Call
always
him.
show the picture I shared.
Call
Yeah.
him. Let's go.
Hey, I'm on
You
air.
said-
You don't mind, right?
You said, and
When
I
you
could.
ever-
I could call him
Harry.
right now. You said you would do it. You could.
When we were
Do it.
kids,
When we were kids, we were
first of
and I
all,
butt hurt.
weird conversation.
We were
Hey,
butt hurt. Listen,
was
back in
the-
the day, my father used the belt.
What a freak.
And
Oh yeah,
but
I mean,
once my little brother came along, there was no more of that.
Hmm.
do you remember that movie? It was an Adam Sandler movie. I think it was Billy Madison, where he realized he had to go back through like all the grades in school as an adult, and he realized like what being bullied is like, and he
Ah.
called a guy that he bullied in high school to apologize. It was Steve Buscemi, and like Steve Buscemi's like, he's like, yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to say, I'm sorry about that, and Buscemi said something like, "Oh, okay, yeah, no big deal." He
Yeah.
goes, "Maybe we can get a coffee sometime or something." He goes, "Sure, I'd like that." And he get off the phone, and Steve Buscemi picks up a list of names and crosses his off. And it's
you
like
know
people to kill, and he
that's
crosses Adam
bullshit.
Sandler's name off. Anyway, that was a good scene.
It's the fourth step in AA is make amends.
That's what he was doing. That's what he was
Yeah,
doing. He was
that's what
making
he was
amends.
doing.
And then I think
Making
Steve Buscemi
amends.
put on lipstick or something like that was supposed to be a sign that he was crazy.
Crazy.
I haven't seen that movie.
Oh,
but
geez.
Really? You haven't seen Billy Madison? Oh my
No.
gosh.
Gotta check it out. I didn't know Steve Buscemi was in it. Wow.
Did you guys see
Yeah, pretty cool.
on here's one La Playa? I think it was called. It's about a tsunami in the Canary Islands. Oh, it was good. It was actually a Norwegian film. And is Netflix now going to be tariffed for Norwegian films by the
Oh, yeah.
orange turd?
You bet.
So now
Sesame Street's coming to Netflix.
okay.
They're going to start making Sesame Street on Netflix.
Good. Because
You thought there was a dad joke coming.
I
Hey, you had your guard
actually
up
was
a little bit. That's
way
okay. I
off
understand.
for
But
the
no, it's
dad
true.
joke. Well, somebody's got to take over. And you know what? Who's going to take over the PBS fabulous series they do on the Earth? Oh my gosh, their
It's
series
such
on
a crock.
it's really good. It's all a crock. I just wonder if my immune system is down because I'm so pissed off or upset or emotional or moved or mad at something. Who knows? How many
But
people are
it's going to
like
be
me?
Sesame Street's going to be on, I think, Netflix and PBS and somewhere else. NPR? They don't have
Well,
TV. do they?
PBS is going to have to crowdfund because
YouTube?
that's how everything's going to be.
Well, they're going to share the wealth, I think, is what the
okay.
plan is. I don't know.
Well, I can't stand the thought of PBS has got such really good stuff, good documentaries, really good stuff. Especially
You know what
the Earth
fucking
stuff.
sucks?
What?
Everything.
Yeah, everything. We need to write a song, and that'll be our intro. You know what fucking sucks? Everything.
Oh, you know what's funny? Check this out. This is crazy.
What?
Okay. You
What's
know, in the UK, they use slightly different terminology than we do, but
Mhm.
it's highly adaptable. Like you can adapt. But I found one thing that blew my mind. So, you know, in the UK, they call French fries chips.
Yes, fish and chips.
Unfortunately,
And so what they call what we call chips, like potato chips, they call crisps, right?
Okay.
Do you know? Check this out. Do you know what they call crackers in the UK?
biscuits.
White people.
You're
right.
bad. That was a dad joke.
No, that was solid.
Biscuit.
I like that joke where the guy
You're from the South. You would
sits
know.
down at the I'm not from the South. I
Well,
just
I mean,
live here.
now you are. Okay,
Maryland.
you're not
Maryland.
indigenous to the South.
I like the one where the guy sits down and at the deli counter and orders soup, and he's like, "Do you serve crackers?" And they go, "Honey, we serve everybody."
That's cute.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
cute. That's cute.
They do call them biscuits, so I think.
Those fucking morons.
Fuck morons. Clueless fucking moron. Those are the three words that go together very well.
Clueless fucking morons.
Yes.
People that live in the UK, man. Fuck all of them.
We-
They're fucking idiots.
It's coined by Hambone Littletail. Clueless fucking morons.
We heard a guy one time say, "Stupid fucking piece of shit." And we went with that. Like we were in junior high and we just ran with that. We were all, anytime somebody was like faux angry, we go, "You stupid fucking piece of shit."
SFPS. Stupid fucking piece of shit.
So funny.
SFPS.
What do they call pizza in the UK? LT9K. He asked me.
He asked that.
Is he asking or is this the setup of a joke? Because I don't.
Stupid
I don't know.
fucking
Chanel
piece
said they
of
call
shit.
cheese pizza margarita pizza in the UK. I don't know.
Jesus fucking
Like-
Christ.
I'd ask my mom. Because everybody in the UK is not here tonight. I asked my mom.
If anyone out there in the UK is here, please
gonna ask
go the
my
fuck
mom.
to sleep. Isn't it like 4
knows.
a.m.? What the fuck are you people doing?
I'll
Do
ask
they
my
have time
mother.
zones in the UK or is it too thin? I don't think they have time zone. Maybe they got like a half-hour time zone.
If she's up. My mother's probably watching.
You know, one
TV.
thing about the UK,
What?
metric system. Not
Yeah,
bad.
they're smart. Well, we're the odd man out in everything. We are. United States, and now everybody's laughing at us. Oh my gosh, with the whole white genocide in South Africa.
Oh,
I,
that's a
I
real
can,
problem.
I can't get over the
Yeah,
president
I heard.
of
I
South
read
Africa.
online. I
They're
read on
all-
Twitter that the white race, that it's the minority in South.
They're
Did you
being
know that?
wiped out. We have to
They're a
bring them over
minority,
as
they're a-
refugees.
They're
Yeah.
a persecuted minority.
Oh,
It's a real
Lord.
problem down there. It's
But
we
We
got to get
need
them
them
out.
here.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
we gotta give
the
them
president
refuge.
of South Africa sat in the Oval Office watching a fabricated bullshit weird video of a line of cars that the orange turd was showing him.
Why
The
is he even
world-
there?
The world is laughing because
Trying
he
to
wants to try to
Get
get
the aid back? Or
no,
whatever?
they really want to get actually South Africa wants Starlink because in the country there's a lot of rural area and they are having problem with farms and some crime, but
Don't even get me
it's
started.
not
I mean,
white
this is hell on
crime.
earth.
It's like a lot of black people get killed down there, I think disproportionately, and they don't have the protection out there in the farms, and Starlink could help their law enforcement so that the world doesn't think that there's a white genocide in
I'm sure that having
Africa.
fucking Elon Musk control the entire internet infrastructure,
know.
that could not possibly,
Right.
that's totally a foolproof plan.
Maybe they're hoping that the same
didn't,
thing happens with Starlink that is happening with Tesla. Or
Yeah,
that,
but
or
don't,
Starlink will
didn't-
kick them off.
Didn't Elon, he did a really good deal with Ukraine, gave them Starlink and then used that as a bargaining chip
Yeah,
to
exactly.
try to get them to give up. It was a pretty good
Manipulate.
deal. So, hopefully works out well for them in South Africa. There's a lot of white people down there. They need our help because that's what we got to do here in
Yeah.
America. We're helping white people everywhere.
Yeah, we had to bring all 72 or whatever.
Yeah, bring them. They have
The
a
Af-
colony in
the-
Idaho now.
the
That's good for them.
They have very many parties, in South Africa. The Afrikaners, that's what they call them. But there's a lot of different political parties. And
The
another
goddamn
thing
Dutch,
that was
that's the real problem. We got to go to the source.
I gotta say, we live in the Morana scene. It's getting worse every day. The Morano scene, baby.
I personally, the Marana scene, that's fine. I like the term fuckville. I think that we're living in fuckville. I think it hits to the point.
Oh,
Marana
Bella.
scene, the problem with that is morons don't know what that means. They're the only morons I've seen.
Bela said that we have a lot of environmental problems with Starlink, and it's because it falls back to the earth and pollutes the crap out of the atmosphere, and it's going to screw with our atmosphere. The more satellites now start falling down, it is affecting our atmosphere, and I'm not sure the specific part of the atmosphere or what gas it's mixing in with. I'm sure Bela knows more than I do. And hello, Ernie. Saying hi to people that are.
You ever think about the fucking Europeans settle in fucking South Africa? They bring all this European fucking genocide wealth to South Africa. A couple generations later, they give it to some freak that goes to America, and then he becomes the president of the United States, and now he's trying to bring all the white people from Africa back into the US. It's one hell of a scam, man. Like, talk about generational wealth. Like, are these people, they're not even independent actors. They don't even have like any personality. They're just doing their shit on autopilot, this family plan of.
It's such a wild story,
Pretty
Andrea. You're right.
Do you guys know David?
Bye ozone. That's it. It's the ozone. I didn't know.
David Farrier? I think that's how you say his name.
No, I don't.
David Farrier.
He's a documentarian. He did that show or that film Tickled about underground tickling. It's like a fetish.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
And he has
a fetish. What is that?
Tickling
if it's
people.
underground, why would it? Why? I don't understand. That's not illegal.
That was enough for him to be like, "What is this?" And that's why he looked into it. He was like, "What's the deal?" So it's very weird. But he did a series, I think it was for Netflix, of very like strange things around around the globe, right? Around the world. And he was in South Africa and he met these white South Africans who were always they were like doomsday preppers, but for the white genocide.
Oh my God.
They were counting on it. And they had drills
Oh,
where they
man.
would be like, this is it. Pack up, get in the car, let's go. And they would drive and so he went and did it with them and like reenacted it. You got to see it. It's amazing. And
All right.
he
We
was,
need the link.
he just kept
Can
saying,
we watch
like,
that on here? Can we just watch this? They did
called-
white genocide drills.
Yeah.
called
Like, what does
Dark-
that mean? The genocide starting? Like, they're just gonna like
White
what's
genocide.
gonna happen?
They're
What?
going to come
They
to
were
the
counting
farm and kill
on-
people.
They were
Wow.
counting on being, mass murdered. It was wild. It's episode 7. I think it was 7.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I can't read the whole description this way. It's something. He then tours a notoriously dangerous township in South Africa before running off with White, and I can't read the
What's
rest.
it called?
Running off with white. Yeah.
Dark Tourist.
Really? And it's what channel? Netflix, app, Max? Which one?
Netflix.
Netflix. Okay.
And yeah,
It pop up in my suggesteds.
he speaks with white South African separatists.
Oh, geez.
And
There's
so
many
they like
parties.
take off in their cars like
Oh!
scared, like pretending to be scared, and some people act as if they're
Wait a minute.
trying to get them. And anyway,
Right? No,
wild.
it sounds like it's.
Check it out.
That's
The whole
probably
series was
where
good.
the orange turd got the whole idea from the series.
Hey Max,
Look
you're
at
on
that
TV.
dog.
Max, you're on
Nice.
TV.
I
Say
can't
cheese.
let any cats. Max, wake up, Max. I can't
Max,
let
they're
any
talking
cats in
about
here.
you. You're famous. This guy
Max has a
he is
big
asleep.
bed. Max has
Oh
a big
yeah. It's actually he's actually small. I used to shrink ray,
bed.
so he's very small.
You guys
This
should
guy
look
is asleep.
into David
Max, are you asleep?
Farrier. He's amazing.
Barrier.
Yeah,
All right.
Farrier or Farrier.
FA
He's New
FA.
Zealand. He's from New Zealand.
Okay. Oh, so he'll have a tariff on any of his movies too that come to the United States. Okay.
Well, he's got so many movies that are already out,
Yes.
though.
Oh, but there'll be a retro tariff for movies. And then Netflix will be forced to say, well, we'll eat it like Walmart and not give it to the customers, admitting that it's a tax. God.
No tax on tips.
Yeah, but that's also a scam too.
No tax on tips.
No.
Doesn't
That's
that mean
not
theoretically if I get paid Cash App for my YouTube show, that's a tip and therefore I don't have to pay taxes? Is that correct?
I don't know. I've got to do a
No
little
tax
bit
on
more
tips.
digging into this. I wanna
The
know.
reason they're doing that is because CEOs will be able
Yeah,
to
but it's
claim
not-
bonuses as tips.
Wrong.
but
Trump
there's
loves the
something
working
about-
class. He loves the poor. And
I'm
he's
gonna
doing
look it
it
up.
so that a waitress who has 3 kids and who makes $2 an hour in tips doesn't have to pay the federal government. Because he loves the common man. He loves people, and he's a great
I
guy.
think it's
That's
a
why he's
scam.
doing universal health care. It makes
Yep,
all
he's
the
got-
sense.
he's
That's
lowered
why
drug
he's doing it.
prices.
Right.
He's it's
passed it.
he's Jesus
Lowering drug
3.0.
prices by
Gosh,
saying
that I can't read it.
I think I recommend that the pharmaceutical companies lower drug prices. Come on, you guys, do it voluntarily, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
that's
he's a
it.
great-
It
he's the
never
greatest
comes up
president.
again.
I love him so much. He's the wonderful guy in charge. God bless America.
Isn't that great
Yeah,
though? That
boy.
he's like, we're gonna lower drug prices. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do the most favored nation program, and then the next day he's like, what I mean by that is we're gonna ask people to lower their drug prices according to the most favored nation's drug
Right.
prices, and then anyway, moving on, and it's like people will say. I mean, people were going around for like a week online saying like he's lowering fucking drug prices. What do you want? It's like that's what you heard. You're an idiot. Total fucking.
The thing
you're a
about
fucking piece of shit.
Americans is Americans are
There.
not only are they dumb as hell, they're
Yeah.
psychopathic, they're
I agree.
uneducated, they don't know fucking shit. They're sick as hell, like physically ill from all the poison in our country. And on top of that all, they're just really fucking dumb. They're really dumb people.
Best
They're just
country in the
dummies.
world.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Wealthiest country in the world.
it's the greatest country
Free.
of all time. It's a great country.
How
I
you
didn't know
doing?
that when I was a kid, I never understood that like whole America's the best country in the world thing. Like, do they say that in every country? You know, like is fucking France going teaching kids in school France is the best country in the world? Because it's kind of a weird thing to tell people when they're young. Like, is Switzerland
they actually
telling
make
their
fun
children,
of
like, Switzerland is a great country. It's the best country ever. You know, you should be proud.
Switzerland. They don't have to say it because it's true. You only say it because you know it's not true. I've been in Switzerland and I was like, this place is fucking amazing. You would probably get bored. I'm just saying, but
I would get bored, me personally.
Prostitution is legal.
All right,
you know what I mean? Like,
no, this was bullshit.
we would go out in for like business dinner, right? In Switzerland. We would go out, we would have dinner. It was like always an Italian place. You would always end up at an Italian place, community style, family style eating, where they just bring out a big dish and everyone goes for it. And like I would go to Germany and they'd say, we're going out to dinner. I'm like, let me guess, Italian. And they go, that's right. And I'm like, you guys think that's all? I mean, let's just eat whatever they eat here. You know what I mean? We'll stop playing it safe. But there. This is weird. Look what I just got.
What did you get, Scat?
It's such a weird fucking chat.
I love that this fucking, like, what is he doing? Like a red carpet photo shoot? What is that? Serious?
Is that for me though?
What?
Am I? Hold on. Is that for me to check my inbox? What a weird fucking thing to say.
I love your show, Jank. You got a great
Check your inbox. Anyway, that tax thing, it's kind of a scam. Let me just read this. What's more, a good chunk of tip workers are part-time employees and they wouldn't see a significant benefit from a tip exemption. Many such workers already don't pay federal income tax because their earnings fall under the standard deduction. For the lowest income tip workers, it provides no marginal benefit. It would benefit moderate to middle income workers. Well, that's good then. But it's a 25,000. So there's a lot of red tape in this. It's not just like, okay,
it's for poor people. He loves poor people.
Yeah.
So we would
My
go
light
out in
is blinking
Switzerland
on
for
and off.
dinner, and then we would go out for a drink, and it was always like
Different
really
places, 2 different areas.
chill.
You don't have
It
the
was-
drink with the dinner.
Well, you could, but it was like it was like a separate place, right? And then you would end up at like they'd say, okay, well,
My light is blinking.
we're gonna anybody want to go to a brothel? And I was like, I'm good, you know, I'm not like it's business. Let's just keep it business.
Hang on.
Plus, I'm married, you know, and this actually only happened like once where it felt legit, and the other time they were kind of like, we're joking. And I was like, are you? But like I would go home and other people would just stay out. And I was like, I feel like I don't have anything against sex workers. It's a gig economy. Do what you gotta do. But like it was business, right? And it was, I don't know, it was weird. One time I was on a flight to Germany and I was next to these guys. They didn't speak English. I'm not sure where they were from. My best guess was they were Japanese, but I didn't like talk to them. But they were giggling. They were like looking at a laptop, laughing like and I was sitting by the window and I look over and they were like, you want to see? Like did that. And I was like, okay. And it was porn. And I was like, you guys are watching porn on a fucking plane? What are you doing? Like, and they're in the aisle.
On a plane? Really?
They were
Like,
in the
is that
middle
first-
seat in
was
the
this
aisle.
like 1993? Is this the first time they saw it? Like, what the fuck?
It was weird. It was like
1993.
2012, 13.
And they're on the plane and nobody said anything to them.
Well, so it's like, you know, one of those long ass flights and everyone's pretty much like you leave at 11
Sleeping.
a.m. and
Yeah.
within a couple hours it's nighttime and everyone's going
Yeah.
to sleep, right? So
But was it funny porn? Was it like, you know, clown porn or something? Because I could see laughing at that. Or is it just like
it wasn't,
normal
it was,
pornography?
I think they were laughing because one guy brought it up on screen, and everyone was like,
Jesus.
"He brought it up on screen. He did it. It was a dare."
Oh,
One time
man.
I was
It
in
is pretty funny, though,
San
I gotta be
Diego.
honest. It is pretty funny.
One time I was in San Diego, and we were
Yeah.
staying. We were staying at like a campground because it was for San Diego Comic-Con. And there were no hotels anywhere, right? And we were like going to be there for one night and then go up the coast to Big Sur and do more camping. So
were you in like Pacific Beach or OB or do you remember?
Ocean Beach.
Ocean Beach. I
Yeah.
used to live there. I bartended there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I
At
love to hear all
Lucy's,
about that.
The one place
Lucy's
you were
on
at?
Voltaire. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Matt. Finish your story.
Well, but so I ran in. We were on our way into the downtown to the convention center, and we stopped so I don't know. I had to stop and grab like a bottle of water or something. I was in a convenience store. Oh, it was like gas station convenience store, right? And I go in, and I'm paying for I probably had snacks or something, right? I'm paying for whatever the miscellaneous shit that I'm buying is, and the guy checking me out reaches behind the counter and pulls out a rack of like DVD porn to rent, and he puts it on the counter.
To rent you're renting pornography from like 7-Eleven.
So this
They
was
used to do
2000.
that
This
back
was
in the day.
2008. He put it up there and kept checking me out, and then he said,
He was checking you out.
"Want to rent?"
Ooh, Matt.
Well, at the register, but he's like, "Would you like to rent one?" And I said, "No." I was like, "No." It was like 9 a.m. I don't know. It was really weird the way he was like, "Here's a gentleman. Surely you'd like to rent a DVD of pornography."
Andrea, I remember the days when the movie stores were the 8-track movies you rented, right? And there would be back rooms with all of
You go
the
jerk off in the closet, yeah.
No, they would just be back there so you could peruse them in private and then rent them
Yeah,
out.
I've seen that.
The dirty movies. Yeah. This is like memories. That's
filthy.
a long time ago.
Disgusting. Oh my
I
God.
was.
That's what they were called. You know.
I used to go to a very popular video rental place in Boulder, Colorado, and they had one of those rooms in the back, and you would always I would sit there and talk to the clerks for hours sometimes, and just really, it was like the best movie discussion you could hope for.
That's cool.
And every now and then you would
They
see a
knew.
guy come in and just sort of like, oh, looking at DVDs, and then look at us, and then look at DVDs, and then make his way to the back and go into the other section. And I was always like, dude, just go for it, man.
Yeah, they all got the song and dance. Like
It's like you should be
new
more
releases.
you should be
Oh,
more
the
ashamed
the new
that you don't have the
release that I'm
fucking
looking
internet.
for is in here.
Like,
Maybe it's in
adult
the back, you know?
section. The adult section. Yes, Groove Dragon. The adult
For adults.
section.
Yeah, it's just go back there and get your smut. Nobody cares. You're gonna have to come up here and rent it anyway. Who cares? But like,
Man, that
why
is
don't you have the
diabolical.
internet? Get the internet. Like,
Yeah, but
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
there
It's
was
the
that-
shame. It's the public shame is part of it. Like they're
maybe
they're going to the
No.
store. It's part of the horny cycle, you know, like gets them into the zone. Ooh, people are gonna see me. Whoa.
Oh, that's part of that's like a kink. Okay.
Oh,
No
absolutely.
shame. But
Yeah.
there was a time in high school because I turned 18 in high school. I have a December birthday. So I was
Oh.
always like older than everybody. And so we were having like somebody's parents were away and we were all crashing at one person's house.
Yeah.
And somebody was talking about Caligula. Have you ever seen that movie?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, but I know about the guy.
It was like produced by Penthouse, and everyone was like, dude, no, it's a legit movie. We should watch it. And we liked film and stuff. And I was like, okay, I mean, let's rent it. And there was a video rental place nearby. And this was 92, 91, 92.
Yeah, it's
This
old-
would have been
That's like
92. So
Mhm.
So I said, let's go get it. And they realized it's in the X-rated room or it's in the adult room, right? And they
dirty
were like,
movie
Matt,
room.
you have to go back there and get it. And I was like, can't we get the clerk to just grab it for us or something? And they
Is it
were
really
like,
just like porn, or is it just like it
it's
has-
X-rated.
Yeah. Did you want
but
to?
it wasn't
the
X-rated in a
container?
good way. It was in a like, oh my god kind of way. I mean, it's a
You got the
hardcore.
concubines.
That wasn't even like, no, it was, there was bad
Hardcore
stuff in
porn.
that. Well, no,
No,
just like
bad
X-rated
or
material. It wasn't porn.
yes, but
But what was, did they cover the
filmed
assassination?
by
Did they cover all the
consenting
prescription?
adults.
No consent.
Did they cover
It
the
was
bridge? Did they
lack
blow the
of
There was
bridge
consent.
in the
no
movie?
consent, then that
They
was
it was the
illegal.
full
That was
story, but it
illegal.
was like the full story. So anyway, all I'm saying is I had to go in this back room for the first time ever. And I'm back there. Yeah, Helen Mirren was in it, I think. Really? Was she?
Helen Mirren was in a porno flick?
It was that guy. He's in everything now, the British guy. Forget. It was like he was in
everything.
he was in the Stanley Kubrick movie Clockwork Orange. He was also in this.
Oh,
Anyway. His name's right on the tip of my
I
tongue.
know.
I don't know why I
but
can't.
McDowell?
Huh?
McDowell?
Yeah, what's his first
Roddy
name?
McDowell. Roddy McDowell?
Oh, that's the
No,
guy
that
from
was a
Planet of the Apes.
wrestling guy. I don't know.
Malcolm McDowell.
Malcolm McDowell.
Thank you, John Davis.
Roddy
Anyway,
was the
Mr.
wrestler.
Bean, that would have been awesome. And Mr. Bean as Caligula. That would have been
That'd be pretty good.
amazing. So anyway, I went into this back. We had to we were really building it up. My friends were like, "Go ahead, dude." And I was like, "Oh my god, I gotta go back there." So I went back there, and it was fucking weird. There was like two guys back there, like reading the
Hey,
back of
man.
DVDs.
They're
You know,
saying, "Oh, we got a new guy. We got a new guy."
they're like
Oh,
facing the wall, really close, like not.
You walk
looking
in,
around.
you're like, "No, I'm here for Caligula. No, I'm just here for that one. No."
It was like, has anyone seen the mainstream Caligula?
Debbie does dishes. There was one.
I told you guys about the porn I wrote in high school, right? I told you about that on this show,
You
right?
wrote?
My God.
Like as in you wrote like comic or just word?
Let's go down memory lane.
I wrote the premise and the title and broke out the scenes, and yeah, I mean, I crafted.
I can see that happening. That's what you do with comics. So
It was-
you're just adding.
It was based on the movie. Do you know the premise to Deep Throat?
Yes.
What if it was in her ear?
So
And
you
the-
made a comedy.
Yeah, and the porn was called "Fuck My Brains Out."
And how old were you at this time?
I don't know. It's probably 14 or 15.
Oh, I love this shit. It's funny.
15 or 16, something like that. But think about all the innuendo that goes along with that.
there's
You
a
could
lot of it.
really, and I mean, it was a lunch table full of boys in high school cracking up over some dumb shit.
Yeah.
And it was suburbia. So,
Ooh, suburbia. That's rough, buddy.
yeah.
It's not good.
So,
Suburbia.
was living on the edge.
Good song. Yep.
Oh,
Alright,
I was on Movie Night
so-
Extravaganza recently.
Oh yeah, I did.
Wait, let me guess. The Burbs.
I missed
Yes.
it.
And Conan Neutron, friend of the show,
yeah, he's
made
cool.
the greatest point I had never thought of. Somehow we started talking about the song by Starship. I think it's Starship. Jefferson Starship? I think it's just Starship. Called "We Built This City on Rock and Roll."
We built this city.
And he said, "Isn't it funny that there's a song about building a city on rock and roll, and the song is not rock and roll?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I've never noticed that."
It's very poppy.
That song is. It's
We
like
built this city. It was when they changed their genre.
on rock and roll.
roll.
But like, why wouldn't you make that like a rockin' song? I don't. That's the funniest
that's the fun
fucking
part,
thing.
yeah.
Because they were selling commercialized drivel by then.
I just
When they
never
changed to
realized that.
Starship. You know, Grace Slick is like 84. It makes me sick to know these things. Oh. Did you guys listen to Bruce Springsteen's little speechy thing that he was talking to an
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah, I heard
and
that
said,
Trump was threatening to send him to El Salvador, so
"Oh,
that's cool.
God." I used that as the outro on the show last night. I downloaded
Yeah, I noticed
it,
that.
played it.
Yeah, I you know,
It's so sad that really when the way he said it, what's happening in our country, and he really does represent the Americana guy, with his stuff, and he was saying that. Just very sad that he had that
Not
he had
good. It's not good.
no.
And now he's gonna go to fucking
Yeah.
El Salvador, going on to KCOT. He's fucked.
just remember when Reagan was like,
Ish.
we need more patriots like Bruce Springsteen and Born in the USA.
Right?
It's like, have you heard that song, dude?
Right? I
I don't
know.
think you listened to it.
Yeah.
But man, that song, Born in the USA, when
Oh,
I was a kid, that was holy shit. It was the most popular thing for like a whole year. It was so crazy the way people were. Every time it came on, I feel like people would just shut up and be like, Born in the USA. It was everywhere.
yeah.
Like
It
people
was
stop
talk
their
about
cars, they just park in the
saturated.
middle of the street. Everyone just like
Basically,
But
it
we
was
have an
crazy how
idiot
popular it was.
an idiot for a president who has to make a thing out of this instead of actually doing his job or
well,
going
his
out.
job
He's
is
a
to
He
do
did his
moron.
nothing.
job.
He's the
He's
puppet
got
on strings.
he's got hotels opening in Saudi Arabia. Just don't be a journalist there and get yourself chopped up.
Yeah, it's not good to be a journalist anywhere, and
Yeah.
get chopped up all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce Springsteen
Yeah.
had some questionable fucking lyrics. Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? It's crazy. What is that song
Well,
about?
what year was that? Well,
It
there
was
was
just
I
the
mean,
80s,
yeah, it
right?
was the 80s,
Yeah, in
right?
the
Yeah.
80s, you talk about raping little children in mainstream popular music. That's no, it's the 80s, man. That's what we did.
There has been extensive commentary on the
I've
fact that
lived
Generation
oh,
X was the most unprotected group of kids, like generation of
oh,
kids.
Yeah,
I don't
total
know.
savages.
It got pretty weird,
They
like in
weren't
the mid to
protected.
late 70s.
No, it's going to be even
were
weirder
not
with Gen
protected.
Alpha, because imagine unprotected, but you have infinite access to the internet. Like, imagine when you're fucking 6 and you go on 4chan or fucking Twitter.
Yeah, but everything's going to be tracked differently now. Kids aren't going to have the access to things. It's
Oh, yeah.
changing. They don't in Russia, and I don't think they're going to have it here because the United States wants to replicate
Russia.
that. Two state TV channels, and well, if you have a VPN, at least my guest was telling me last night, if you have a VPN connection, you can get out there. But everything is very different as far as control. There's a lot of control. Nope.
I love control. I love controlling the masses.
Hey, I have a question. Okay.
For me?
So I saw for both of you. I saw this concert advertisement with all of these right-wingy like Kid Rock and all that. And then this in the same concert, Nickelback is playing. So
I didn't
are
know
they
Nickelback was MAGA.
I don't know because the rest of the people that
Hey,
were
they can
playing,
have them, man. They can have them.
Yeah, I just
Nickelback, you want
wondered.
to join the
I
club?
thought that
Have at it, buddies.
they're with Vince. Who's the one that the American all these MAGA type entertainers, and then I see Nickelback, and I'm thinking that is pretty wild, actually. Aren't
That's
they
funny.
Canadian? Oh, maybe they're playing as a protest. I don't know. I just wondered if anybody knew the deal with that. It's a concert. I saw it. I don't know where it is. Matt, if you're looking it up, I don't know where the concert is.
I don't understand that kind of music. Nickelback? What?
Weren't they 90s grunge along with all
That's
the other
offensive.
No,
with all
That is
I would not call.
Well, what was
That is
what
offensive.
was Nickelback's genre? I mean, they were sort of like pop rock, a lot of whiny love songs.
Let me see.
Offensive. I'm offended.
You're
How do you
offended?
spell Nickelback?
Nickelback.
They're
I'll look it
first of all, they're Canadian, so they're not allowed
Yeah.
to be grunge.
Okay, I'm going to ask why is Nickelback?
Grunge was over by 95 for
Why
sure.
is Nickelback hated? That is the first thing that came up. On
They were
Google.
definitely over by
Overblown success in mainstream.
95.
Oh my God. They don't like them. No wonder why they're
Nickelback's got
gonna
like
play.
1 or 2 decent songs, but then the rest of it's just like radio tripe.
Yeah, but I just thought it was weird to see that they were playing with MAGA. Let me see if it comes up. Yeah, they
Is
are.
this
They
listening?
are. They're facing
Oh.
backlash for co-headlining a MAGA-friendly U.S. music festival with Kid Rock called Rock the Country. This has sparked criticism, particularly from Canadians who view the event as aligning with a political agenda. The festival is described as a celebration of hard-working, God-fearing patriots, and Nickelback's participation is being seen as a move that could alienate some of their fans, according to the Toronto
Aw.
Star. So I guess
Aw.
I found out all by myself on the show with you guys.
Man, could you imagine being a Nickelback fan in 2025? Like you have gone through it all. You have dealt with potentially a lifetime of mockery. Every time you tell someone you like Nickelback, people laugh at you. You've probably been in the flame wars on forums, on social media for decades, and then they go and pull a stunt like this.
Well, they have a history of embracing their reputation as the world's most hated band. Seriously, it's a thing. Okay, I haven't, because it's something I haven't even listened to them in years. So I just thought it was human interest story.
I basically checked out. It's so funny. Like, I stopped listening to new music so long ago, and like every now and then I'll discover a band and realize they haven't made music since the time I stopped listening to new music, and I'm
That's
like,
how you know
okay.
it's gonna be good. Yeah,
I'm just kind of locked into this one
Wonderful.
time. I don't
that's
know
how
why.
I am with video games. I'm 1991 all the way to 2004. Anything after that's going to be a real stretch.
Can I read this? Nickelback is proof cancel culture isn't true.
See, there you go.
That's perfect.
Sandy, last week we were doing we were taking polls in my chat to see who was the most right-wing host out of myself, Andrea, Carlos, and Jake. We were trying to like see who's the most right-wing or the most capitalist. Well, Jake lost every time.
Yeah, Jake's the most right-wing for sure. But that's the thing is like Matt is like low-key. Matt's a right-winger, man. This guy voted for George Bush.
Did you? That's right.
I came in
But that was
second,
a family thing. He didn't know what he was doing.
But I came in second because just by default. And I think even Pinkerbell said something like Carlos is too new. Nobody wanted to vote against him.
You know, that's the thing about Letterhack. You can tell he's a right winger because there are people that will like leave a comment in his YouTube about like, wow, Andrea was really left wing in this show. Yeah. And then Letterhack goes in there and gets mad. He's like, how dare you?
Okay.
I just made a whole episode of why I think communism is cool.
Person is leaving, like loading all these comments onto last week's Left Past 10 about how I'm aligned with Andrea's politics. And I was like, no, but those are all our politics. Like it's not just Andrea. And then they were like, well, and I'm also aligned with Andrea's stance against AI. And I was like, are you fucking cute? You're coming to my channel to talk about how Andrea's anti-AI. Every other video of mine is anti-AI.
I don't know.
Give me a fucking break.
Maybe, you know, this is the thing is communication.
I said, this is an Andrea burner account. You can't prove me wrong. I was like, how much is Andrea paying you to say this?
This is a conspiratorial.
It's Andrea's bot.
They said, you know, I'm not an Andrea burner account because I would be way wittier if I was actually Andrea. And I was like, absolutely what Andrea would say.
They said that? Oh. Oh, come on. Come on. I mean, keep saying that. That's great. Be sure to leave a comment right now. As soon as you hear this, just leave a comment about how great I am. Leave a comment about how great Sandy is too. Just ignore Letterhack. Just completely like Letterhack's entire channel exists just so that Sandy and I can get more exposure. That's pretty much why this is here.
Lorana's in my chat. Hi.
Here, where was... Sometimes these comments like disappear. I feel like...
Do you go to hell to look for your hidden shit when people are obnoxious and rude and it's hidden and you have to go find them?
I haven't looked at my comment section. I haven't made any YouTube videos since November. I haven't looked at that shit since like fucking, I think the last time I checked was like March. Man, isn't that great? Just not looking at this shit. Letterhack looks at his comment section every day and it's just people talking about how great I am. I don't have to deal with that.
Look at that.
It might have been on different videos or something.
I checked the hidden shit today. I do it once a week because I really forget actually. It's usually links or somebody, you know. I don't have too many trolls or obnoxious people, but because I've been doing shorts, it's a little bit more happening. It's okay, I can handle
Andrea is one of those people who apparently never got sucked in by capitalism, or if she did, not for long. Those people are super impressive to me.
All right. Where's the applause button?
Andrea, you're not capitalist by default here?
Well, because of crypto.
Well, here's the thing is, I was capitalist and I peaked really early when I was like 19 or 20. I got that out of me. I've been there, done that, you know?
Okay. But is crypto considered capitalist?
I was into crypto before the capitalists came in.
Well, okay. And so to be fair, this person also said, I had a hard time distinguishing between you, Jake, and Carlos, though. Maybe you need to debate issue by issue some other time. But all of you are good in my book, which is ultimately, I think, where everyone landed, is that we're all
good. It's just I'm the best.
And this person's the arbiter of analyzing all our political outlook.
Well, but we were doing the polls, and so
true. I wasn't there.
It was fun because it was like when we did the poll. You know, it was like just our names.
Right.
And it would always start out with, you know, the first 5 or 6 votes, 100% Jake, 0 everybody else. And I was like, oh, man. And then it would be like 50 Jake, 50 me, and then 70 Jake. And then, you know.
Damn, I have to go back and watch that.
All right, everyone. Let's do another poll. Who was the most right-wing, Sandy, Matt, or myself? Start the poll.
Just most right wing in general?
In general. Everyone go to Letterhack's chat. If you're watching Sandy,
I came in second place last week every time.
Stay in Sandy's stream, but just load up Letterhack's thing, vote in the poll, then exit out immediately. You don't need to stay there. And go back to Sandy's show.
I think it's nice when they go back and forth and meet each other in the chats.
This isn't. I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose. This isn't fair, and I should.
So notice that
not
we said
one of you is right wing.
Right wing. Not saying that any of us are right wing specifically, but who is the most? Who is the least leftist?
The least leftist. Well, there are things that are about me that people might not think are leftist.
I'm coming in at 75% here. I told you.
I can't see. Wait.
Oh, Sandy's coming in second. Sandy's coming in second.
Quit his entire YouTube channel if this fucking poll goes through.
I
so
know
everyone make sure he loses. You know.
I can blend in the world of conservative if I still had my Harley and you know all that, but not politically though.
Sandy is upstate. That's pretty conservative.
Upstate. That's
no, I'm Western. That's even worse.
Sandy lives on a farm. That's pretty right wing.
That's not good.
And I got guns and
not looking good. She's got guns. Remember
I
that one show
hosted-
we did like on election night or whatever, where Sandy brought out her shotgun
that
and
was
went,
the
went like
shotgun.
Kurt Cobain on her.
And
You're like,
I'm the
"Hey
most
guys,
right
just
wing.
looking at the shotgun. Whoa!
I was
like
not. You're
that's what you were
exactly
doing. You brought out your fucking guns.
It
for show
wasn't
and tell.
loaded.
You
and it
pointed
was
them
one.
directly at your fucking skull.
No,
I
I
had
did
the
not.
Virginia Hemp Coalition on my show 2
That
nights
was
ago.
a great show.
I don't
loved
own
it.
guns.
I love the show.
I live in South Carolina to be a drop of vinegar in the oil that this red state is. And I'm more right. Come on.
No, I don't think you're right wing.
But you do live in South Carolina, and it is the state
I don't earn
that
enough money
stole
to
the
pay
presidency
taxes.
from Bernie Sanders. So,
Pretty left.
well,
How come
Okay,
I
we
had
got
to fucking
24
pay
votes.
taxes? I think something went wrong. I need to redo my taxes.
Okay, it's 69%
I
Matt,
win.
or
I have a
63%
compound.
Matt, 20% Sandy, 15% Andrea.
I don't have a compound. Trust me.
that's not bad. That's not bad.
Mm.
My poll
Sandy
numbers
is
are
more
looking great.
libertarian than right wing. Well, that's pretty. That's more
No,
right than
don't
I
know.
am.
Libertarian is kind of like the scorched earth party, though. Those people don't care
But
about
that's more right than me.
environmental regulations. I'm not that.
That's the thing is that, you know.
No.
Hey,
If I had to pick, though,
stole
I'd
the
be-
MAGA
I'd
hat.
be
I
an
stole it. I did not purchase
Capitalist.
it.
Capitalist.
I stole it. And
Oh, I thought
stealing
you said
is
you
criminal.
sold it.
No. I stole it. I stole it from
I
somebody.
was like,
at a
who the
convention.
fuck did you sell it to?
No, that's right. I stole it from somebody. I did not purchase it. Stealing is left wing because criminals are left wing. Therefore, that makes me even further left because one, I reduced someone's supply of MAGA hats, and then two, I stole it.
I am living a life of redemption, but I'm not right wing.
A life of redemption.
I am more left wing than literally anybody in government.
That's probably true.
So, Elon Omar,
No.
I'm sorry. Step to the right
Oh,
of me.
Rachel wants to know where I
because-
grew up. Many places.
I grew up in Annapolis, Maryland,
Mm-hmm.
where I broke onto the Naval Academy to steal cigarettes out of a machine in the basement of the economics building. Pretty fucking lefty, if you ask me.
Jeez.
Okay?
Stealing cigarettes from the government. That's not bad. That's not
Infiltrated a
bad.
military base. Come on.
That is not bad.
Give me a
No.
break.
I was pretty lefty.
All
then.
right, how
If you're
about this? Here's a
deadhead-
good poll, and one that unfortunately we cannot have the real answer on. Who out of the three of us have committed the most crimes?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Let me think. I'm still not allowed in Canada until the end of this year.
Oh
So,
really? You
yeah.
had to go through that shit.
Long story.
Okay,
so
how
I'm
many
pretty
misde-
much.
How many misdemeanors?
I don't even know where Canada is.
No felonies.
Oh, you mean who got caught for the most crime or
No,
committed the most
no.
crime? Because I haven't
Committed
got
crime.
caught for
I haven't got caught for shit. I got
99.9% of the
running
shit I
shoes,
did.
bitch. Holding B.
Running shoes.
So-
Can't catch me.
I committed a lot. I did a lot of crime, and I was good at it.
Ooh.
So. And I've
Soft
talked
crime,
about
like
it.
growing
a lot.
pot plants before it was legal in New York.
Oh yeah,
We can.
I
grow
did that with
seven. Seven.
I did that in my. I had a bedroom that was at the, like it was a split level. Is that what you call it? When you go into the house, you can
Yep.
immediately go upstairs or downstairs.
Yep.
So if you
split
go
level.
downstairs and turn the corner, that was my room. And so the storage compartment under the downstairs was part of my room. And I built a faux wall with a fake electrical outlet. I was so proud of myself for that. I was like, I'm gonna get an electrical
Wow.
outlet and put it in that wall.
You were
And I was growing
sneaky.
plants back there.
Yeah, that
That's
was
pretty
good. I like
That's
that.
pretty good.
Sneaky but good. Yeah.
I was
That's
so
not bad.
proud about the fake electrical outlet. I was like,
Yeah,
oh my God, that is
that's
such a
perfect.
thing.
That was. It was such a thing. That was.
What was
really
the?
good thing.
I assume the statute of limitations is good, but what was your
Oh
first
yeah, I'm
crime?
sure it was.
First,
First crime.
oh, gotta be shoplifting.
Hmm. Would you shoplift?
I didn't
Candy.
like shoplifting. Didn't like it.
We used to go to 7-Eleven, get
Nope.
Slurpees, go over to the video games, play the video game, drink the Slurpee, throw it away, never pay for it, and leave. But I would.
That's
Is
not
that
bad.
is that
That's not
shoplifting?
bad.
I
Technically.
used to
Okay.
steal. I always say I am the reason they locked up cigarettes in grocery
Oh,
stores.
jeez.
I used to walk out of there with
Well-
cartons. We had a bus driver. I should save this for a lie detector, but I've been beefing up the
Yeah.
lie detectors lately. But because I sat down and I was like, I'm all out of lie detectors, and my wife was like, really? And I was like, yeah, maybe we can think of some. And I was like, oh my god, okay, we got plenty, because my wife was there for the whole thing. But like, we had a bus driver who was so cool. We would skip school, and we knew that he would park the bus at
He
this
was so
grocery store.
cool. We used to skip school.
He would park at the grocery store, cross the street, cut through this little lot in the back of 7-Eleven. There was like a
Right.
funeral home where we would steal like embalming fluid and stuff. And then there was this little
You
empty
never know when
lot.
you need that. Yeah.
Well, you can smoke it, but you would go through these hedges where there was an empty lot, and then go around to the front of 7-Eleven. He was a cigarette smoker. He was a Benson and Hedges guy. So
Oh
we
my
were
God,
like,
weren't they long?
yeah, they were
Benson
like the
and
100. So we were like, could you buy us? He would see us there and be like, what are you guys doing? We're like, can you buy us cigarettes? He's like, you should be in school. And we're like, okay, can you buy us cigarettes? And he would. It was awesome. But he would buy us Benson and Hedges. So we were forced to smoke those shit cigarettes.
Man. Yeah. The first thing I ever did was steal food from a convenience store. I'd go in, I'd pay for like some shit with a sock full of pennies, and then while they're counting the pennies, I would nab some shit.
Somebody knows. If you know, you know.
I don't remember what the first thing I ever did wrong was or against the law. I have to think back. I don't know.
Oh, goody two shoes up here.
Okay, I know that a bunch of us girls used to go down to the city, to Manhattan, take the train down to New York City. And I think one of the first things we did, we were like 14. We went out to eat at this place in New York that was like a franchise kind of place. And it was a assembly line kind of buff, you pay online and you go sit down. So we didn't do that. We got our food, and I remember we all ran out. But we went one at a time and ran out. So that's probably my first remembrance of doing something like that. But I didn't like doing it. I really didn't.
You didn't like stealing from restaurants?
Nope.
You
And
thought,
I remember,
we broke the law.
and
Oh
I
my
remember
God.
going, no, I just felt uncomfortable. And I remember going shopping with a friend of mine, and she was in high school. And this girl came from money. I mean, she could buy whatever she wanted, whenever she wanted.
It's for the rush.
Boy, she
for
could
fun.
steal.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's for fun.
shit. Yeah, but I didn't like that. And then we got caught. And we got caught. But I didn't like it. I was like, I didn't really like it.
I don't like stealing.
Nope,
I want to
I
support
really-
the businesses.
No, I didn't even feel like that. I just didn't want to get in trouble.
No, I
for
get it.
doing
I get
something
it. It's kind of
stupid.
scary. Yeah, I mean, like when I first stole
I
food from the
chose what
store,
I
I was like
did.
12. It was scary.
Yeah.
My heart was
Yeah.
pounding. I thought that they were gonna catch me. I was like, I couldn't sleep
didn't
for
like it.
days.
I
But you
didn't
know
like
what I did eat, or you know what I did do for days? I ate food, and that was pretty good, and it was
Yeah.
worth stealing. So
Yeah, it was worth stealing.
Adrenaline rush.
Yeah, but I didn't get a rush out of that. I got rushes out of a lot of things, but that's stealing. I don't know, just didn't. Nope.
I love stealing. I haven't
Ever
stole
steal a
anything
car?
in a while. No,
No.
I don't know how to drive. Can't do it.
Oh.
Ever break into a house? Sandy, how come you guys didn't say no right away?
Because I have a faint memory of some shit, but I wasn't the breaking in person. It
Deal
was
drugs?
It was fuck yeah, who did that? Shit.
You probably got me on that one. But like there was a time where
I'm not
this-
telling my stories.
a friend of my mom's who lived down the street from us wanted to leave her husband. And this guy was away on business, and she was like, "This is it. I'm out of here. I'm gonna clean out this fucking house." And there was a room. She said, "Matt, would you and your friends come help?" And we were like, "Yep." So we were getting paid. So I called a couple of my buddies, and we were helping move. And she was like, "There's this one room that's locked. Do you think you can get in there?" And we all looked at my friend, one of
What?
our friends, right? And he was like, "You
A
all know how to
locked
get in
room?
there." Yeah, there was a locked room.
But like she's
Um,
never been in there or whatever.
She just didn't have the key.
But like, does she know what's in there?
It's like his room. It was like his office or whatever.
Oh.
And so we all look at, there was like 4 of us, my friends and I, and we all look at this one guy, and he said, "You guys know how to get in there." And we were like, "Yeah, but you really know how to get in there." And he
Yeah.
said, "Do you have a butter knife?" And he was in within 3 seconds. This guy could break
Well, what was in
into,
the room?
it was just his personal shit. I don't know what she wanted. We
Hmm.
were busy. But like, I feel like she walked out of there with a video camera or something.
Not
Oh.
bad.
And this would have been
Yes, I don't know.
1990, 1991.
Yeah.
But like, there was this like with a butter knife. He went to
butter knife.
it was kind of like a bakery / deli. It was a hoity-toity area.
Uh-huh.
And he went in through the fucking front door with a butter knife at like 2 a.m, right? And we were like, "Holy shit, you can break in anywhere with a butter knife." And then somebody was like, "Do you just have a butter knife on you at all times?" And he was like, "If I'm out at 2 a.m, yeah." We just busted in there, grabbed a bunch of
Really?
candy or some shit, and got the
Okay.
hell
I
out of
think
there.
that men had a different experience than women did back in the day growing up. I mean, we didn't just go out to break in houses or any of that. Nobody had a butter knife, but we got in all kinds of
I love
different
nobody had
trouble.
a butter knife.
we
I
had
don't know about that.
we
I
had
feel really
different
bad about it. I
we
mean,
had different things happen, but there was a lot of rampant abuse. Sorry, but shit happened to women in bad being in the wrong
oh, you
place.
mean you got
wrong time.
revenge?
No, I mean
Oh,
bad things happened
yeah.
to us as
I'm talking
females
about the
by
crime you
men
committed,
who were
though, not the crime that was committed to. Like, I have
okay,
crime that was committed to
crime
me. I didn't know
that
we were talking
was
about that.
what did I commit after that? After the wall, it was Woolworths when we got caught. Lois. Oh, I should say what did I say?
Damn.
No, that wasn't her real name anyway. I made it up. But
What was her
this
last name?
girl, no, I don't. Not gonna say what her
So
name was. That wasn't
I
her real name.
did you 975 mods. We
I
did it.
got hair in my mouth.
Ah, I hate when
Emerald Viewer.
900
Emerald
View.
View. You
Well,
are
that's
975.
Emerald View is
Who
one of
didn't walk
ours.
around with a butter knife?
So now he's one of yours too. Yeah. Okay. I gotta get the
975.
hair out of my
Yes.
fucking mouth.
We are 25 away from 1,000 mods. This is fucking insane.
Yeah,
This
what are
is
you gonna
awesome.
do? What's gonna happen when
I
it
should
turns
unblock
1,000?
all the people I've blocked and then let them be. We'll be at
No,
2,000. No.
you blocked them for a reason. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we are doing really good. I just keep thinking like how far, and like, oh, I should announce taking a next week off except for Left Past 10. I'm not doing shows next week. Just a heads up to everybody. I am going to be on other podcasts. I'll announce that, but I'm not doing shows next week.
Letterhack
I'm
is
too fucking busy.
It is the show is over. You might as well just unsubscribe because he's not coming back. So,
I am spending hours and hours in the hospital every day, and my father-in-law is being transferred to rehab tomorrow evening, and I am now going to be in there. And so it's like, and we have to start prepping things at the home for him to come back, and like
It's going to be a lot, and you need to take the
and
time.
it like already is. I'm like really, really like I'm cruising toward burnout. I can feel it.
You ever play Burnout?
I'm
PlayStation
sorry.
2?
And it's
And-
just the two of you? You don't have anybody to help?
Yeah. Well, I mean, their insurance covers home health aides,
Oh, good.
but
Okay.
then physical
Well, that's
therapy to
yeah,
a degree.
that's good stuff, but you've still gotta do all the driving and the maintenance, you know, monitoring everything. It's a lot when you're taking care of
Hey, if it was just driving, that'd be fine. But there's a
Right.
lot of like,
Mhm.
oh, I
care.
have to do that.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what parental care is.
But I'll tell you, when you are cruising toward burnout, or you feel like you're,
Mm.
you know, like
take
you
a break.
need a break, or like you're smacking into a wall every day, and you can't like
Just
pull
gotta take a
out,
break.
you can't pull up or whatever it is. That's when you really need to like listen to your friends and have like, it's good to have like a support team. Andrea's on my support team.
Oh, that's great.
Sandy's on my support team.
You know it.
But there are, you know, it's like you gotta, and Sandy and Andrea was like, fuck your viewers, take time off, don't do the show for them, do it for anybody but them. And I was like, you know what, I think you're right.
I have been known to say fuck the viewers. That my least favorite part
Yeah,
of
but
doing
people
anything online
understand.
are the viewers.
I
You know,
wasn't
some of
on.
them are decent people, I assume, but most of them are just not so good.
But tomorrow, legendary Brooklyn-based artist activist Josh McPhee is on the show for Letterhack daily at 10 a.m. Eastern. And
All
then
right.
Friday night, I finally get to play my Dennis Kitchen interview, the legendary underground comics guy and First Amendment advocate and activist who started the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund. Finally get to play that interview. That's tomorrow, or
Very
that's
good.
Friday night. So a lot going on. But then next week I will be on other people's shows, and you know, I'm gonna be putting out videos and stuff. So
It's
anyway,
always nice when you're on someone else's because you don't have to do anything but show up. Like I like this on Wednesday because I'm not running eCam with all of the different overlays and you know, it's nice.
yeah, it's gotta make it
I
easier.
got a huge show Friday night, actually.
Oh, talk
Huge
about it.
show. Dr. William Reese, who is an evolutionary biologist, economic ecologist, and he is pretty much the person that's going to talk about overshoot and the things that we're doing to the planet where we probably will never recover. He's a heavy hitter in the science community as far as, and he's from Canada, BC, had his career up there, and it's going to be it's a pretty heavy show, I think. I do.
Estimated
That sounds great.
kilograms.
No, it's gonna be good show. I
80,
think
90?
a lot of the followers are excited because he's gonna be live and there'll be questions and answers. And people will be able to ask him directly some questions to answer. He's got a lot of books and papers. I mean, he's the real deal, you know. He really is. It's a big show for me.
Everyone go subscribe to Sandy.
William
And I
Reed.
know that like your sub feed is getting a little crowded, especially with all these Letterhack videos. So go ahead and unsubscribe from Letterhack. Send that
Please don't.
subscription
And
over.
I gotta tell you,
Nobody's gonna unsubscribe.
there
You
is
got that
no
bump. Please
there
don't.
is
I
no
can't even make
greater
5,000.
knife in the back than like going to YouTube. Oh, I gotta upload a video. Oh, I lost 10 subscribers last night. What the
It
fuck did
happens
I do?
all
I
the
didn't even have a
time, and
fucking show.
Right,
listen, you
that's
can
right.
go into YouTube Studio and a video can have 40 or 50 more views in Studio, and then you look at it on YouTube and I don't even get yourself crazy. It's not
Look at
worth it.
how this is real. Like, I'm not gonna. People have been like, let's see it. I want to see it happen. I'm like, obviously, I'm not gonna do this. Whenever I post in the community tab, I instantly lose a minimum of 6 subscribers within a
Really?
minute. Within a minute.
I
One
post
time,
there all the
one
time.
time, Jake was like, "Do it now. Let's watch." And I was like, "I don't want to lose 6 subscribers right now, dude. No way." It's so weird. And then you look at how like you might subscribe to the Washington Post or the New York Times, and they're fucking inundating people with emails and all kinds of
I know,
like,
my
here's the
email-
deal.
They never were
Now
gonna
get the
say.
weekend, and oh my god, it's so over the top.
But I
It's like
send
all I did
emails
was put
out.
something in the
Wait,
fucking community.
Over the
tab.
top?
Hello, my dogs are goth. Yeah.
Jesus fuck.
I don't
No,
know.
okay.
I think that the YouTube and all these different platforms, they have a lot of bugs.
It's all fuckery, yeah.
I don't think that because I mean, are people, or then when you get a certain amount, figure, I don't even have 5,000 people, but there probably are people that are going through their subscription lists. I do it every now and then going, well, I don't watch them, and unsubscribe. If they don't watch, it happens, but I don't know. I
Get
mean,
rid of them for
I
useless shit. Make them regret unsubscribing. You're gonna
got a
show up in their
million-
feed 6
I've-
years from now,
I'm
and they're
so
gonna say, "I could have been watching the whole time, man, and I
I'm subscribed
unsubscribed."
to
Make them
so
regret
many
it.
different people. I have the most diverse
Uh,
and wild subscription.
I did this the last time Andrea brought that up, and she was like,
Oh,
"Whoa,
the
why are you
trucker hat?
flipping her hat
Yeah,
around?"
I
And I was
totally
like,
forgot that part. Yeah,
"Have you
yeah.
not seen the movie?"
So speaking of Stallone, I watched like the other day. I watched Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Whoa. Who-
Anyone?
okay, she's like, "I've never seen Star Wars, but I've definitely seen Stop or My Mom."
Oh man, I gotta be honest with you. It might be better than Over the Top, but it's really hard to say. It's definitely better than Rocky, without a doubt. Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, definitely better than Rocky. But I don't know if it's better than fucking goddamn Over the Top. But holy shit, that movie was amazing.
I don't think I've ever seen Estelle Getty's in this. Oh, I
It's
have seen
amazing.
this.
Oh
I've seen
my
it.
god, it is
Okay.
phenomenal. It is a 10
Well,
out of 10
I haven't
film.
seen it since then.
Oh.
So of
Watch
course,
it right now. Turn the show off. Watch it immediately.
No,
It is
my point is,
fantastic.
Have
Like,
you
I
ever
swear,
seen
there's like a minute.
Cobra?
There's like a hold on. There's a minute like halfway through the movie when like the
Yeah.
mom is going crazy, and then Sylvester
Estelle
like, pops out.
Getty.
He's like, "Stop, or my mom will shoot." I
Shoot.
had to pause the film. I was losing my fucking mind.
I'm
Has he
looking
said
at the
the title?
graphic.
Oh
She's
man!
got this gigantic handgun. He's got this snub nose.
Oh,
She's
it's
got this
amazing.
barrel. The barrel on her gun in the picture is like
Oh.
unreal compared to his.
It's a
That's
10 out of
pretty
10 movie. If you
really-
haven't seen it, it's definitely better than Star
That's
Wars.
funny.
Give me a fucking break. Fucking
You
end
haven't
it.
seen Star
I
Wars.
have
I don't need to
watch
see it to
again.
know that Stop or My Mom Will Shoot is a superior film in every way. Narrative, acting, music, the soundtrack was fucking great. The soundtrack in that movie was fucking stellar. It was a great
Well,
movie,
you're gonna
man.
make me want to watch it again because if I saw it in
you gotta watch it like
1992,
6
I've
times.
never seen it since then.
Oh man, it is.
Yeah, that's one of the pictures, but he has that little snub nose revolver.
It's
But the other
amazing.
picture, she's got this a machine gun. In the other picture, she has a big long gun, handgun. I mean,
Yeah, it's
also
like a 47 Magnum or something.
it's
so good.
Yeah,
It
and
may
he's
be
got the little
it's
one.
top
funny.
10 movies of all time consideration.
All
It was-
right.
Andrew,
good.
please
I won't
watch
be
more
watching it
movies.
tonight.
That is not.
No, you don't get it. Oh,
That's it. There she is with that the long nose.
it's incredible. This
Done.
is a great movie. You gotta watch it. You
I
gotta
love that
watch it. It
Andrea
is
loves
awesome.
it so much.
It is awesome, man.
Have you seen Don't Throw? Have
Mama
you
from
seen
the
Throw
Train?
Mama from the Train? Or
No, I
that
have
was-
not.
Danny
Oh,
DeVito.
man.
that was good too.
Billy
Oh
Crystal?
wait,
That
no,
one I remember.
yes, I have seen it. Yes,
Don't throw. She was.
yes. Oh, that's another
That
fantastic.
woman,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that
Oh
one.
my god.
Daniel DeVito, first of all, incredible. But like in that whole movie is just like,
Yeah.
I gotta watch that one again. I watched that.
Yeah.
Like 6
Okay, have you seen Cobra with Sly Stallone?
No, I have not.
I don't.
He plays
remember it.
like a badass. I think it's Los Angeles, like a badass cop, right?
Okay.
And it's one of these like real pro loner cop guys. He
Loner cop.
does this thing
Mhm.
where it starts out with like somebody's like trying to rob a grocery store and he kills them all, right? It's like crazy.
Yeah.
And so then he goes back to his like modern apartment, and he's investigating, and he like puts on the news, and he goes to his computer, and he has like a home computer that's really fucking lame, but at the time must have been cool.
yeah.
And he does like a printout, and it's one of those. Boop, boop, boop,
I gotta watch this, man. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
He's like eating a pizza. He throws it down. He hits print. And it's like, boop, boop.
That is great.
I remember those.
Oh man.
He's
I
like,
gotta
wow, he's
watch
really doing
more
some police
fucking-
work
Yeah. That's
at
good stuff.
home. Wow.
I watched that one fucking another Sylvester movie I watched. It was recently Demolition Man.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
Wesley Snipes, Sandra Bullock, right?
So I
Yeah.
don't really know her, but like that movie was incredible because one, it was very realistic. You know, like they're doing like a 40-year out future projection, and I think like that movie takes place like in the 2020s or 30s or something. So it's like it's pretty right on. They nailed it. But wow, corny, man. I love corny ass motherfucking movies. Like,
have you ever been
Holy
on
moly.
movie night extravaganza, Andrea? Oh, she
yeah,
has.
a couple of times.
Yeah.
They haven't brought me back on in a while. I'm not
Well,
sure.
they should do. They
Yeah,
should.
I'm not sure if they're if this is they brought
Yeah.
Letterhack on to talk about some movies. They don't bring me on. Very interesting. Now this we got an egg carton, we got pizza.
See the
I gotta
printer?
check this out. Yeah, no, this is good. This is good.
See the computers over here, the
This
monitors.
is good. This is good. I like this.
Yeah, there it is.
He's
That's
still got
funny.
the gloves on,
Yeah,
long sleeve
Mo.
shirt and jacket, but jacket sleeves rolled up. I mean, how fucking cool!
The whole thing. Yeah, this is great.
That's- and like the product placement is so obscene. Like when he's in the grocery store, it's like Pepsi, 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 Pepsi.
Mm.
It's really
It was
funny.
a little obvious there, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love 80s and 90s.
Not Matrix.
That's the
That's right.
movies. Like those are the best films of all time. If you want to watch like something that's just gonna make you happy to be alive, like Star Wars, I'm sure it's a great movie.
That's
But
before
watching
everybody knew
something
how
like
fucked
Stop
we
or My
were.
Mom Will Shoot, that just makes
Yeah.
me happy to be alive. You know, like I don't know what to tell you. Like there's like, you know, okay, Star Wars, I'm sure it's a profound piece, you know, of our generation. But fucking what was that other one I was talking? Over the Top. Yeah, like Over the Top is the human experience. People are going to be talking about like Over the Top like they're talking about goddamn Plateau, okay? Like they're just going to be talking about it for thousands of years, okay? It's just it brings in the essence of what it is to be human. Like it's incredible. Stop or My
Yeah.
Mom Will Shoot, man. Wow.
Yeah,
Over
I
the Top.
think I saw a video of
Duology.
somebody recording themselves watching Star Wars for the first time, the first Star Wars movie.
Should I do that?
And they were like, they started out like, this is kind of corny, you know, this is silly. And then they get to a point where they're like, oh, he's going back there. Oh, they're not going to be alive. Oh, whoa. And then
Don't
it gets to
spoil
the
it.
point where they're just like, they're sitting there going, oh my God, this is awesome. Like they're really into it. Like it's a solid. And then I saw
Propaganda.
another video where, because everyone's rewatching it after Andor, because the first Star Wars movie takes place like a couple of minutes after the end of Rogue One, and Andor season 2 ends a couple of hours before the beginning of Rogue One. So it's all like the same day. But
I don't even know what it means.
yeah, it's the timeline is very tight. It's super cool. But like so everyone's going back and rewatching his first movie, and
Right.
there's this thing that happens. If you watch it through one time, you can't get over the fact that it's real dated. And you're like, man, it's just so outdated and like campy. But
They
if you
all
watch
were
it
like
twice,
that.
Empire Strikes Back wasn't. But if
Okay,
you
so
watch the
I love
first
camp
movie,
movies.
if
You
you
can
watch
pick
the
up-
first movie, A New Hope, twice, the second time, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
It's
like
this
what is
real
like
weird phenomena.
you ever see like these motherfuckers that are like, man, the movie's like in black and white, or like like the graphics fucking
I
suck.
don't
in
do
this.
subtitles.
I don't like this is like the lowest common denominator does not even begin to describe how fucking ridiculous these fucking man.
I
That
watch
movie,
modern
you
movies
can like
without
see the
color.
strings, man. Like it's like totally amateur. Like
If you
I hate most people, man. Like I'm sure Star Wars is a great film, and I'm sure the campy parts probably are the best. But like
I mean, it's the thing about the first Star Wars is the editing, because George Lucas is at his core a film
Yeah.
editor, not
Mhm.
the best. He directs and writes, but he's always that was his thing, was
The
he was
editing
really good at
eye.
editing.
Yeah.
So he re-edited like a
Muppet.
shitload of the movie. Maybe he gets credit for the whole thing. I can't recall, but there was at least a couple of moments where he did some editing tricks that ended up being like some of the most iconic things in the movie. And it was like, yeah, the scene isn't really hitting. What if we do something weird like this? And everyone was like, oh my God, it's fucking awesome. We've never seen anything like that. So
Mhm.
it's notable for a lot of those reasons. But then when you get to Empire Strikes Back, the second movie, he hired somebody else to direct it. And he brought in his idol and one of his former film professors to direct
Oh.
it. And so that is like,
Oh, that's
they
cool.
had Yoda
They
was
had
just like a
such a
puppet. There's no way
symbiote.
that was gonna work, right? We have a
Mm.
Muppet in this fucking thing. But like from the direction and Frank Oz behind the puppeteering and the voice, they nailed it. It became one of the coolest things of all time. So, and then whatever, like there's you can say what you want about every movie that came after that, but
Right.
Andor
Mm.
is this is going to sound funny, but if you watch it, I'm sure you will agree, it is an outline for revolutions, and it is a blueprint that people should be taking note of right now. And so if you watch season 1 and 2 back to back, you not only will you be impressed at how awesome the show is, but you'll come
Andor?
away Andor, Andor.
I've
His name
got to
is
watch this.
Cassian Andor. But you will come away from it going like, holy shit, I'm going to write some of those lines down. Like we
Yeah.
should be saying this online right now. We should be
Wow.
saying this in regular conversation. But it was so fucking good.
I just want to say
I'll
for the
never
record,
remember.
I love the United States of America. It is
too.
the best country I've ever had the privilege to know about in my entire life on
yeah,
this
the
planet.
revolution should be against Canada if they don't
Yeah,
let us.
I support the
you
United
I
say-
got
States.
it. Cassian Andor. All
Yep.
right. Rogue One. He has movies. Rogue One.
So
a
that's the
Star
thing
Wars
is Rogue One came out
story.
and then they did a
Mhm.
prequel TV series. But I
Okay.
suggest watching the series and then Rogue One. I think that
right.
would be a really
All
cool
right.
way to
I'm
do it.
looking it up. Looking it up. So at least I can keep up with you guys and know what the fuck you're talking about.
You guys, not me, just you guy, this guy.
Andor was so
Yeah, you haven't seen Star Wars.
it
Bongo
was so
Dave thinks
pre-Star
that's
Wars.
refreshing.
It almost doesn't feel like it Star Wars. Like it didn't need to be Star Wars. It wasn't like lightsabers and shit like that. And there's like a lot of like the Empire is just wrapped up in bureaucracy. It's kind of like sometimes people are like, wow, it's kind of boring. And I was like, yeah, in an exciting way, but not boring. But I
That's
see what they
because
mean.
people are
Like,
fucking stupid. They're dumb. Like,
Yep.
I don't like
blocked
to
that
me.
guy when he
I
said
don't
it, by the way.
understand how come someone likes war, but they don't like politics. It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah,
It's the same
exactly.
fucking goddamn thing, you morons. Like, why is watching someone stab someone to death that woo yay? But watching someone have an epic fucking bill or something get passed, that's this is boring. I hate humans. They're so fucking stupid.
That's why
man.
I
Good
am
political drama is fucking awesome. That shit is cool as hell when you're watching these machinations, and then like the vote
Machinations.
happens and it's like, whoa, like that shit's
there's a
awesome.
lot of gray area protagonists. Like the good guy's not exactly good. He's
I'm
not
gonna watch
bad
it.
enough to be an anti-hero. Like I look out for KT Baldessaro brought this up. She was on Movie Night Extravaganza for a while. She has her own movie podcast. She's amazing. She had a thing about gray protagonists. She's really got like a great following on TikTok. Like, look at Indiana Jones. Everyone here has seen Raiders of the Lost Ark? Okay. White guy goes to foreign land, steals artifacts, takes them to museums in Britain and shit. Like, what is that?
Oh, in his
He's
defense,
the
he
good
did
guy.
kick the shit out of some Nazis, so it kind of balances out in the end, I think.
Yeah, but okay. How about this? So this is mine. Luke Skywalker in Return of the Jedi, right? He needs to convert his father from the dark side to the light side.
In Star Wars?
Is there what?
Harrison Ford, he's in Star Wars?
Yeah, he's Han Solo. Yeah.
Okay, that's like the main guy.
Yeah, but let's say like the main hero of any story, let's just do the Joseph Campbell thing, right? Farm boy meets wizard, gains powers, weapons, and abilities to go on to save the day. Saving the day equals 1, saving the princess, literally, and also not beating the villain, converting him. And in order to do that, kill everyone that gets in your way. What kind of morals is this where it's like I have to save the worst bad guy and make him a good guy again?
What we're living in now.
By murdering everyone who gets in my way. Like,
well, it makes
fucking
sense
crazy.
because the people that you're murdering, like, they don't have any influence. If you convert and give clemency to the leader, they're the ones who are going to influence everyone else to join your thing. You see what I mean? No one
Like-
cares if Bob from accounting got sliced and diced, but they care about the big guy.
Like I have to convert Trump back to the good side, and in doing so, I will kill everyone that gets in my like. That's insane.
That's Stephen Miller.
Once again, I would like to reiterate my love for the United States of America.
Oh,
and I
yes.
don't know about this show. I've never been on the show before.
I love the United
Stephen-
States. I've never
Stephen Miller.
entered the Naval Academy illegally.
Born in the U.S.
I just want to stipulate that we were trying to save Donald here.
I don't even know where Canada is.
What, 86?
I can't flee there.
47?
To be honest with you, I support the expansion of the Cumpire, Canada, USA, Mexico. I think the Cumpire will be great, and we will potentially even get into South America soon.
Why are they calling it that? Or why are you calling it that? Where did you hear
Canada,
that?
USA, Mexico, Cumpire. That's right.
Is this a thing that I just am now learning about?
I made it up a while ago. I'm sure other people have come to that conclusion. It's pretty
I don't
obvious.
think so. I don't think I've ever heard that before.
I've said it a couple times on the show, but apparently you weren't listening, which is fine. That's totally normal.
Well, my headphones are broken.
That's true. You know.
Hey, Mackie Fermian.
Biggest
Welcome.
mistake of your life.
All right, listen,
Welcome
guys.
aboard.
Girls and guys, you all.
You out of here?
What can I say? Yeah, my neck is killing me.
Good
You got
night.
a whole jean jacket going on. I just noticed that. That's pretty fancy.
Denim jacket.
What, this?
Yeah.
This is a shirt.
I had
cold, man.
I had a jean jacket in
It's
like 4th
cold.
grade. I got
Let's
made
see.
fun of for it, so I never wore it again.
It is very cold. It is 8. Which is 47.
That's
So,
pretty cold. That's
yeah.
pretty cold.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Cumpire filled with
Ridiculous.
gooners. Cumpire is definitely a porn title.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I wouldn't say it earlier. I thought it sounded like to. What is it there?
It just keeps
Oh,
a
it's chilly
thermometer
there,
nearby.
too. It's chilly.
I keep a thermometer nearby. I have a PM 2.5 pollution monitor. I got a CO2
that's good.
monitor. Those are across the room now.
Somebody sent me the other night that their CO2 in their house was like 1,000. It was really high ppm.
1,000's not too bad. That's not too bad.
That's
It's bad, but like
Really?
sometimes it gets to like 1,500 if you don't open the windows for a couple days.
yeah.
I like
you
to
don't want
average
that
around
shit.
700 if I can.
I don't measure carbon dioxide in my house.
I
have
measure everything. I
detectors.
measure the humidity. I
I
measure
can't.
everything.
I know I have my app tells me the humidity, but my body tells me.
I got a fucking thing that measures
I
the
don't
wind
have to
speed.
measure.
I know what the
that's
wind
cool.
speed is in my location. I know
Oh.
everything. I am
I
totally
do that
decked
too
the fuck
because
out.
of my flags. I have to look at the wind speed, and if I need to bring my flags inside, it's
By
so
the way, I
convenient.
highly recommend everyone invest in a CO2 monitor because it's a good proxy
Oh,
for
yeah.
when you're going to get COVID. If you go somewhere, if it has high CO2, you're probably going to get infected.
Yeah.
Also, if you have over 1,000 CO2 for an extended period of time, you get brain fog. It makes you
In your
dumber.
house.
So, like
Yeah.
when you sleep with the windows closed or something and get up and you feel like a fucking idiot and you got to drink your coffee, but then the coffee doesn't help your situation, that's because you got brain fog. You're breathing in CO2. You can't get any oxygen in the
Unless your
fucking brain.
house is drafty.
Yeah, you know, I first thing in the morning, you open up some windows, air
I
that
like
bitch
the
out.
window cracked because the cats like it cracked. They
Hey.
all try to sit around.
Sometimes
the
though, the
window.
bugs will crawl in through the windows. You got to be
Ooh.
careful for the bugs.
Anybody
I've
reading
got-
any books right
I'm
now?
beyond bugs. I've got.
I am
mice.
reading a book. I am reading
Sandy,
Titus
before you go.
Louius.
No,
That's what I'm reading.
I
at the
haven't
moment.
started any. Well, I've got the ham radio book, but I can't seem to get myself to sit and really concentrate on that at this.
Well,
at
that's why
this
I'm
moment.
listening to a book.
Okay, but the handbook isn't on audio, and it's very technical, and I'm not really ready to do that.
I'm listening to Empire of AI: Dreams and Nightmares in Sam
Oh.
Altman's Open AI by Karen Ho.
Good.
Hmm.
Then you could tell us about that book.
I
This
sure will
AI,
do.
there's so much going with this AI. I mean, then there's people on YouTube. There's this guy, Mr. Newberger's AI Funnies. And this guy is churning out so much content, and it's actually very funny, anti, Trump stuff. But it's funny. He's funny.
Hey Max,
He's funny. I can't say I don't like it.
Yeah.
And a lot of
Max,
people
you're on
read books,
TV.
Looney. I have tons of books, and believe me, I've got the stash books because when the power goes out and you got candles and a book, you'll be happy.
Max, do something cool. You're on
Yep.
TV.
Comic
Everyone's
books
looking
count.
at you.
That's
They're all
right.
looking at
Comic
you,
books
Max.
count, especially comic books like you wrote with Harvey. You
Max, you're
talked to
famous.
Harvey JK lately?
I talk
Matt.
to everyone all the time.
Yeah, I
Um,
know. I have like
I'll have anyone on my show.
no on we communicating online, on chat, on this, on that. Yeah.
Max does not care if he's on
I
TV.
I
Unfortunately.
likewise was gonna call it. Should we call it? Should we just
I'm
end the
calling
show
it.
together?
Should we call what?
instead of
Should we call your friend and ask them if they said that thing? Don't think I forgot. I would never forget.
Stupid
You said
fucking
you
business
could
chat.
call them. You said you could, and
Stupid
you
fucking business
refused to.
chat.
That's cute.
Stupid
Well,
fucking
yeah, I'm
business
good to
chat.
go because my neck is killing me, and
Stupid.
I am ready to.
Wait a second, everyone! Stop!
get out tomorrow.
Stop! Or my mom will shoot.
Oh. How dare you? How dare you? That is an instant, like, we are out of here. Instant.
Maybe it was a
Hey,
little
yo.
over the top. I
Hey, yo.
apologize. If
Oh, good one. Good one. I don't know. It's getting a little rocky. Not
My
steady
apologies.
enough.
My apologies.
Stop or my mom will shoot. Stop or my mom will
You gotta
shoot.
watch that movie. It's maybe one of the best. It might be
I'll
the best
feel
movie
it over
ever
the
made.
top. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, Mick. And that wasn't a slur, by the way.